Hello, I'm Irene. Now I'm going to introduce Ukraine to you. First, simple facts. Its capital is Kiev. Its population is 44 million when estimated in July 2018. There are a lot of ethnic groups, but there are two main ethnic groups, which are Ukrainian and Russian. Ukrainian makes up 77.8% and Russian makes up 17.3%. They usually use Ukrainian and Russian, and its main religion is Orthodox, which is called Ukrainian Greek Catholic Church. Its currency is hryvnia. What kind of government does it have? It has semi-presidential republic. It is semi-presidential republic, and it is a unitary government that is divided into many administrative provinces called oblasti. Kiev and Sevastopol are the two main oblastis. Who is the current head of state? President Petro Poroshenko. He was elected in June 2014, and he is a 5-year term president who acts as the commander-in-chief of the armies, oversees executive ministries, and who has the power to initiate and to veto legislation. Was the country a colony or a colonizer? Mainly, it was a colony of Russia, Poland, Lithuania, and Union of Soviet Socialist Republics. It gained its independence in August 24, 1991, and confirmed it by plebiscite in December 1, 1991. This chart shows the three branches of the government. It is very similar to those of the United States. How stable is the current political structure? Is the government independent? It is not very stable, but it is getting better. The government is independent, but not independent at the same time because of the power of Russia and the European Union. The government has gained its full independence from its colonizers in 1991, so it is officially independent. However, it is closely related to both Russia and the European Union, and one of the problems it has is that the country and Russia have offensive attitudes towards each other because Ukraine is promoting the EU entry negotiations. What particular historical events have helped to shape the current state? History related to independence from Russia, the corruption of government. It didn't really help, but it influenced, and the Orange Revolution. Leonid Kuchma, who was the second president of Ukraine, supported one of the candidates of next president, Viktor Yanukovych, whom was also supported by Russian President Putin like him. He was about to be announced as president by ballot stuffing, so the supporters of another candidate, Viktor Yushchenko, rose up with orange flags, which was his campaign color. Because of this protest, Yushchenko was elected and the importance of democratic system was known. Later, Viktor Yushchenko became the next president and was impeached due to betraying his country and helping Russia by disposing integration negotiation with the EU and escaping to Russia. Because of these events, Ukraine had taken and given again some of the power of the president, and other countries criticized the corrupted government and voting of the country. What role does it play, and what influence does it have on the world stage? Ukraine's decisions have great impacts on Europe as well as on the world, since the European Union and also the United States and Russia have been convincing and now sort of making Ukraine to join their sides. Currently, the US and Russia are two of the most powerful countries in the world, and Ukraine's decisions of choosing sides will help and give more power either to the US or Russia by allowing more land and or having a barrier. Ukraine is geographically in the middle of the two forces. On the west, there is EU, which we may say it is pro-West, and it is also touching the border of Russia. Currently, tension and fights are going on between the countries that are involved. This picture is the Orange Revolution. The people rose up with orange flags. Is Ukraine a most economically developed country or a least economically developed country? It is LEDC. And it's because according to the standards of International Monetary Fund, IMF, and the UN, which have the most comprehensive measures, least economically developed countries have low incomes per capita, human resource weaknesses, economic instability, less diverse exporting countries, and less degree of integration into the global financial system. More standards can be made by looking at life expectancy at birth, literacy rate, and more. Ukraine has relatively low GDP and or GNP and has not met high levels in the criteria, so it is considered a LEDC. What is the GNP per capita? It is $8,900 in current international dollar when estimated in 2017. What is the poverty rate? It's 0.1%. Additionally, population below poverty line is 3.8%. This chart shows GNP per capita of Ukraine from 1990 to 2017. And what is the employment percentage? It's 9.2. Is there any overusage of natural resources? Coal is used the most in Ukraine among other natural resources, but it is not overused. What is the energy consumption? Is the energy consumption non-renewable? It is 133.2 billion kilowatts of electric energy. It is renewable because electricity can be generated by both renewable and non-renewable sources. However, 65% of Ukraine's electricity is generated from fossil fuels, which is a non-renewable source, so it should find another alternative to generate electricity. Is Ukraine a member of many organizations? Yes, and there are a lot, but I'll say CIS, UN, EAPC, OSCE, IMF, maybe World Bank, WTO, OAS as an observer, and WHO and more. Thank you for watching.